everyone, it is Toby here, and today we are doing another deadlift session here in the garage gym, and we are going to be discussing the absolute awesome benefits of the speed deadlift, because I have taken on a light week, heavy week format for our compound movements, and that means that every other week I am doing super heavy deadlifts, and then in between those sessions we are doing loads of sets of low reps, but super speedy, super explosive, and there's lots of reasons why that is super beneficial and might actually get you the deadlift PR that you have so wanted. So today we're going to do a full deadlift session here on the channel, and I'm going to talk through exactly why the speed deadlift is a fantastic thing to incorporate into your program from time to time. But before we get into all of that, I've got a very exciting announcement to make at the start of this video. We have officially launched the membership section of this YouTube channel. That is right, this channel can now support a members only section with members only videos. So currently there are two tiers on the membership, a really low tier one, which is just a show of support for the channel if you can spare a couple quid, and you get access to members only messages, members only polls, that sort of thing. It's called Stay in the Loop, and it's exactly that. You can stay in the loop with what's going on with the channel, but the full proper tier is tier 2, which is called the Members Club, and that is where you get access to all of the members only videos, obviously all of the members only messaging, possibly members only live streams as well when we get a few more members going. But that is a new section that's opened up on the channel, so let me know if you want to see anything in particular in that section. But I'm really excited to announce that we've launched it, and I'm really excited to get to know you guys a bit better over in the members area. But without further ado, that is just what I wanted to get out at the start of this video. Let's get into a session plan. So the first exercise of this session has been spoiled already in the video and by the title and the thumbnail, and that is of course the speed deadlifts. We're going to be doing 7 sets of 2 reps at 200 kilo, making them look explosive, fast, easy and comfortable, just reinforcing that form, smashing them through, and obviously also talking about all the benefits of doing them. Then we're going to move into the beltless Romanian deadlifts. I've been doing this block to target the weakness in my core and build a really nice, thick, strong core. They are absolutely brutal and a really fantastic accessory. Then we've got the bent over barbell rows, nice and heavy, really solid back exercise just to finish off the posterior chain and the upper back. And then we've got our cable accessories in the lat pull downs and the seated cable rows, which makes for an all-round absolutely awesome deadlift and back day for you guys. So that's exactly what we're going to do, but let's get stuck straight in with the speed deadlifts and talk about exactly why we love to do them. So the speed deadlift then, why are we doing it? Why is it so beneficial? Why do I rant and rave about it all the time? And what do people get wrong with the speed deadlift? Now, obviously, the big benefit of the speed deadlift, as silly as it sounds, is being able to deadlift speedily. So when you come to a max effort weight, if you've been doing all your warm-ups really slow and arduous, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to pop that heaviest weight off the floor and drive it through to lockout than if you're practicing by pulling every single weight as if it is a max effort attempt. And what I mean by that is not grind out every single weight like it's a max effort attempt. I mean applying the same force production from your legs and your back to a lighter weight that you do to a heavier weight. So this is where the misnomer of speed deadlifts come in, which confuses a lot of people in that they think they have to get the set done as quickly as humanly possible. So they get the straps, strap up really quick, they absolutely rush it down to the bar like blah, 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 and then just pull without thinking about the setup or anything. And because it's a lighter weight, they manage to get away with it, but the reps look ugly, and it doesn't really carry over that well to a max effort attempt where you have to be more deliberate about your setup, otherwise it's not coming off the floor. So what speed reps actually are is, as I said, applying the exact same force production to a lighter weight than you would to your max effort attempt. So for me, I'm setting up in the exact same way as a max effort deadlift, and then when it's go time to pull, in my head, this is 300 kilos. It's 200 and it's going to move really easy, but in my head, I am applying the exact same drive and focus to the 200 kilo pull as I am a 300 kilo pull, if you see what I'm saying. So the bar is going to absolutely fly and rocket up to lockout, and it's going to be really smooth, but the setup and everything is slow, deliberate, not rush. It is just the rep itself that is speedy because you're applying the same force as a max effort lift to a lighter weight. And what you want to do with these is you want to pick a weight that is heavy enough to be challenging, but light enough that it's not going to tax you too much. So for me, it's something like 200 kilo. I can do this comfortably for a set of 10, and I have done in the past. But now we're going to do it for 7 sets of 2 reps, obviously with a break in between, pulling them as fast as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an exact demonstration of that. And hopefully you should be able to see that the parallels between me pulling a max effort heavy double, for example, in the setup as these speed reps. And the only thing that should change is how quickly the bar moves. So I'm not going to rush the setup. I'm not going to rush every rep. I'm just going to apply the same force to the ground as I would on a max effort lift. So as you can see there, it moved super nice and easy, no problems whatsoever. But in my head, it was like I was pulling a top set heavy double. Got completely set up in the exact same way, did my breathing the same, my straps the same, my music the same, and just gave it a pull. Felt obviously super easy, moved super well. And that's why a lot of my top sets that you'll see on the heavy weeks tend to move quite comfortably, quite smoothly, because my weakness is off the floor, and by doing these sort of speed deadlifts every other week, it is reinforcing that weakness that once I get it off the floor and it feels heavy, I can blast it through to lockout no problem. So it shouldn't take too much out of you. You can hear I'm not really out of breath. This is my second set of these. I've got 5 more sets to go. So I'll film a couple of them, put them in a little montage so you can see exactly that every set should look the exact same. And then we will talk a bit more about common speed deadlift pitfalls and when exactly you should incorporate them into your programming. So that is the speed work done. 7 sets of 2 at 200 kilo. You saw 3 or 4 of them. They all moved exactly the same. In fact, every single video clip was exactly the same length at about 12 seconds. So that proves that it all moves fantastically. And even though I said it shouldn't be too taxing, you'll definitely be feeling it, particularly in the hamstrings and glutes, because those fast twitch muscle fibers are going to light up your posterior chain for sure on the speed work there. But yeah, it's an absolutely essential movement, especially if you are now beyond the novice phase of deadlifting. For novices, you can sort of get away with just upping the weight each week and going heavy, but as soon as you get sort of beyond the 200 kilo deadlifting, you're sort of in the more intermediate to advanced stage. Definitely taking speed weeks here and there as you push the weight really, really heavy is going to be really, really beneficial, because not only is it going to provide a bit of recovery to you as well, but it is just going to ingrain that pattern into your head that you need to provide as much force through your legs as possible, even on the lighter weights, because that's going to carry over massively to the heavier 1 rep max attempts, and indeed 2 rep max, 3 rep max as well, which is why 8 or 7 sets of 2 here is fantastic, because it not only ingrains it into you to do it for the first rep, but the second rep as well. Yeah, it carries over massively. I always see my deadlift go up when I start incorporating speed weeks. Obviously, they're not a thing you do every single block, because some weeks you're going to want to push the weight up every single week and get used to lifting heavy. But I'll definitely, as you're peaking towards a 1 rep max attempt like I am towards a 300 kilo attempt, doing speed weeks every other week is going to really help, as I said, ingrain those fast twitch fibers and power production through the floor into your nervous system, into your brain, so that when you push heavy weights, you're going to do the exact same thing as you did on the lighter ones. And that is exactly why I think everybody who is beyond a novice stage of lifting should try and incorporate speed weeks fairly often in their training, particularly towards a peak. So that is the meat of this session out of the way, the reason you clicked on it to see and talk about the speed deadlifts. But don't go anywhere, we've still got a fair bit to get done in this session, which I'm going to share with you. So beltless RDLs and bent over rows are up next. They are our two heavy barbell accessories that we get done after the deadlift. So what we're going to do is film a set of each, put them in a small montage. It's going to be brutal. Beltless RDLs particularly are really challenging for me. They look easy, they feel horrible, and I'd highly recommend you try them if you haven't already. But yeah, it's going to light up my back, this whole next set of exercises. It's going to be brutal, going to be awful. So here are those exercises, then we'll talk about them right after when I'm a bit more dead. Okay, so they are out the way, and both of those sets were indeed a PB, a personal best, which is really good. I'm honestly feeling a bit rough today. I'm running on empty quite a bit, so struggled to get in and get this session done, but we're getting done and we're setting PBs, and I'm properly dead now. That has finished me off, but 160 beltless RDLs, huge PB, and then 150 on the bent over rows were a PB last week for 8 reps, and we did it for 10 this time. In fact, 2 sets of 10 and then a set of 6. So both PBs, both moving fantastically, both targeting different areas and working really, really well. But as I mentioned, I'm running on empty now, and you can probably tell I'm sort of tripping over what I'm trying to say. But today, so far, it's been a really good session. Now we've got some nice simple cable stuff, which is all good. So it'll be the lat pull downs and the seated cable rows like we do every single week. Hopefully they're going to move nice, but going to do these again like last time without straps, because I can tell you now my CNS is just too fried to even attempt to do any specific grip work. And again, I'm running out of time. So it's a shame, I know. I want to do more grip, but I'll just have to get it in on a separate day, on a separate session. I'm running empty a bit now, struggling to keep going, but I'm going to knuckle down, going to get it done, and then I will have the evening off. Well, I've actually just sat down for 5 minutes there before getting stuck into the cable work, and I've just taken a turn for the worse, to be honest. I'm feeling really lightheaded and just weak. I have been a bit ill earlier this week. I thought I had got over it, but clearly not. The main bulk of this session and the work was done, which is good. We still got it done, and now I can rest up easy. But as for the accessory stuff, I'm not going to bother loading all the plates onto the plate loadable cable machine just to struggle to get a couple reps. So instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off the upper back with a set of max pull-ups, just easy body weight work that I can just get done without having to load and unload anything, tire myself out even more. Just get them done, maybe a couple sets, but I'll film them for you. I'll film the set I do, see how many we can get, just to finish off the lats in that way. But I think I'm going to play it safe and call the session after that instead of push through anything. So apologies that you didn't get to see the whole session, but I usually film these sessions anyway, so it's not exactly like you're missing out. If you do want to see the rest of the session desperately, just go watch last week's deadlift video. But the meat and potatoes of this session anyway was to talk about the speed deadlifts and get them done, which is what we did, so I'm pleased with that. But anyway, let's smash out the pull-ups, then let's do an outro so I can go and have a lie down. Oh, well, sorry folks, you win some, you lose some, I guess. Today's session, it started really well, but I'm just completely burnt out by the end of it, to be honest. CNS fatigue and all of that. I'm just not right for today's session. Luckily, said it wasn't a heavy deadlift session because we probably would have felt it a bit more then, but being able to push through and get PBs on our accessories like that, yeah, it's fantastic. I've just run out of steam, to be honest. Low energy. My endurance is taking a hit, which is just classic. You're feeling under the weather, you can push it for a little bit, but to keep going over the rest of the session is the difficult bit. But yeah, I mean, pull-ups was fine, got 3. On the third one, something popped in my upper left back, which felt a bit odd. Didn't feel like anything serious, but it was enough to make me go, yeah, no, we won't push it today. Obviously, I'm either dehydrated, feeling just out of it, all of that stuff. So no point pushing it further. I think it's important for me to share all of my sessions, really, like the good and the bad. Other people might abandon this video. I was considering just abandoning the video when I started feeling rough, and a lot of people would. But for me, I think it's important that not only we talk about speed deadlifts and why they're important, and obviously I could re-record this video in a few weeks' time with another day of speed deadlifts, but also to show you guys in full transparency that everyone has great days and bad days in the gym. And the important thing is that you shake it off and come back next time and give it your all once again. So for me, today started off really well, ended up being a bad session, but am I going to be put off to come back and do our Strongman event session, heavy log, and all of that in the next video? No, I'm not. So yeah, I think it's important to share, because I know a lot of the guys, you guys who watch these videos, watch them because I'm a more relatable strongman, more relatable gym goer to a lot of you people, because I'm just a normal guy. I work a job and I get in and get it done. And not every session's going to be perfect. Not every session we're going to be hitting PBs in our deadlifts and stuff. It's just going to, be bad days sometimes, which it was today, but we still got the main bulk of the work done. It's still going to be chalked up to a win. The fact I did something rather than nothing is always a win. So I'm going to put it behind us, get in and get it done next time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby. I hope you did enjoy. Sorry for the little melancholy end to this video, but I'm still positive. I can shake it off. I can come back next time feeling good. And yeah, I mean, we got all the compounds done, so that is the main thing. The accessories obviously are very important and you should do them, but if you're like me and ill, maybe skipping them at the end is not such a terrible idea. But yeah, no, I'm pleased, I'm happy. And as I said, the big win, obviously, of today's video is the fact that this channel can now have members and a members only section. So if you want me to talk more in detail about the whole having a bad session, shaking it off, or more stuff like that, that is probably the sort of stuff that's going to go and live over on the membership only section. So please be sure to comment down below anything that you do want to see over on that members only section, because I'm open to putting sort of whatever there. Obviously, if you're a paying member, you deserve to see what you want to see. So let me know what sort of stuff you want me to do over there. But yeah, there's going to be a couple videos out over there already. If you haven't gone and checked them out, please go ahead and do so. But obviously, if you can't support me via the membership, that's absolutely fine. Your view, your like, your subscribe supports me more than enough with no money needed. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby. As I said, like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one, where hopefully we will have a bit of a better session.